I think there's no question that many Americans, including young Americans, think that the game is rigged right now. If you look at the turnout in the last national election, it was the lowest voter turnout we've had since 1942, before the march from Selma to Montgomery. I see Congressman Lewis here. And that's a travesty. But I think it's because, again, a lot of rational Americans look and they say, well, if what I'm being asked to do by going to the polls is make a choice between two candidates, one of which is going to go to Washington and represent somebody else, then why bother? Why not maintain a little bit of dignity and stay home and not pretend that my voice matters? Make that journey to the ballot box in the first place. So voter empowerment and small donor empowerment really kind of go together. I think if we create a new paradigm that makes that everyday citizen feel that their voice really matters in the current system, they'll close with one other observation that I think is really important, Mr. Chairman, and that is when you have small donor systems like this in place, public financing across the country, what are you finding? You're finding that the composition of the candidate pool is diversifying. People who before could never afford to run, they couldn't get through the money primary or the so-called green primary because they didn't know a lot of people with a lot of money. They're stepping up and they're running. In Maine, plumbers, electricians, grocery store clerks are running, competing, and winning and serving in the Maine legislature because public financing allows them to get in and be competitive. That's the promise of bringing that sort of reform to Washington as well.